Struggle doesn't break you, it reveals you. In this powerful and heart-opening video, the wise man shares the truth about overcoming adversity and how our greatest strength is often born from our deepest struggle. Through thoughtful storytelling, life lessons, and soulful reflection, you'll discover how to find clarity, peace, and purpose, even in life's hardest seasons. If you're facing a challenge, feeling lost, or just need a moment to breathe, this video is for you. Remember, you are not broken. You are becoming. Take a moment, sit with this message, let it guide you forward. Subscribe for more soul-nourishing content every week. Like if this message resonated with you, comment below. What's one thing struggle has taught you? Share this with someone who needs this reminder today. There is something sacred about struggle, something the world won't tell you. You see, pain has a purpose, but only if you're willing to listen to it. He pauses, looks at the camera with a soft smile. When I was younger, I believed that life would always go the way I planned, that if I worked hard, stayed kind, and followed the rules, everything would be smooth. But life doesn't hand out guarantees, it hands out lessons. And the first real one came when I lost everything I thought made me, me. My business collapsed. My relationships fell apart, and I found myself sitting alone on a bench one rainy afternoon with nothing but my own breath and broken dreams. And you know what I discovered? That struggle doesn't destroy you. It reveals you. It peels back the layers of pride, ego, and expectation until you're face to face with your raw self. And it's in that moment, the one that hurts the most, that you have a choice. Break down or break open. Adversity is not the enemy. Adversity isn't the villain in your story. It's the unexpected teacher, the uninvited mentor. But most people run from it. They try to numb the pain, escape the discomfort, blame the world, or pretend nothing happened. But healing doesn't happen in hiding. It happens when you sit with your discomfort, when you breathe through the storm, even when your heart is shaking. That's where strength is forged, not in comfort, but in courage. I once met a man who had been paralyzed in an accident. He told me something I'll never forget. He said, "I thought losing my legs meant losing my life, but it forced me to find a new purpose, a deeper one. I became a coach, a mentor, a husband. I found more life after my pain than I ever had before it." And that's the paradox of struggle. It strips us down to build us up stronger, clearer, and more grounded than before. Redefining what strength looks like. Now let me tell you something important. Strength is not never falling. Strength is rising every time you do. There were days I cried, days I questioned why, days I nearly gave up. But every time I got up, even if I was crawling, something inside me grew. Not pride, not power, but peace, the kind of peace that says, I may not have all the answers, but I trust the process. I trust that this too has meaning. From surviving to thriving. You may be going through something right now, quietly, silently, fighting battles no one sees. And maybe you're tired of pretending, tired of being strong, tired of smiling when your heart is heavy. If that's you, I want you to remember this. Your struggle is not your identity. It is your passage. You are not broken. You are becoming. Let me ask you something. Have you ever seen how a seed grows into a tree? It doesn't bloom on the surface. It breaks in the dark. Roots push through the soil before leaves ever touch the sky. And yet, we want the fruit without the roots. But no tree grows tall without first going deep. So let your pain grow you. Let it root you. Let it teach you patience, humility, empathy. The world has enough strong people who pretend. What we need are strong people who feel. Practical shifts during hard times. And here are 3 gentle things I learned that helped me through my darkest moments. 1, speak kindly to yourself. Your inner voice can be your greatest enemy or your greatest ally. Don't kick yourself when you're already down. Remind yourself, I'm doing the best I can with what I have. 2, embrace small wins. Some days getting out of bed is the victory. Some days it's taking a walk, journaling, calling a friend. Progress is rarely loud. It's often quiet and slow. 3, don't be afraid to begin again. Life will knock you down, sometimes more than once. But every sunrise is proof that you can begin again, and again, and again. Hots, you are not alone. You are not alone in this journey. Even when the nights are long, even when the world seems silent, your struggle is shaping you for something deeper, something only you are meant to carry forward. So when life breaks you, don't let it bury you. Let it break you open. Open to new strength, new perspective, new purpose. You are stronger than you think and softer than you allow. And both can exist together. Keep going, one breath at a time. You are not behind, you are becoming. Every one of us walks through a fire at some point in life. Some are loud and visible, like heartbreak, illness, or failure. Others are silent, loneliness, self-doubt, or the quiet ache of not being seen. But make no mistake, pain visits us all. I remember a time when I had no answers. I was supposed to be the strong one, the provider, the motivator. But inside, I was empty. I wore a mask during the day and wrestled with shadows at night. But here's the truth most people won't tell you. There is no shame in being broken. What matters is what you do after the breaking. Now see, life has this way of cracking us open, not to destroy us, but to let the light in. You've heard of the Japanese art of kintsugi, haven't you? When a piece of pottery breaks, they don't throw it away. Instead, they repair it with gold. They highlight the cracks. They honor the damage. And in doing so, the broken becomes more valuable than ever. What if we could learn to see our pain that way? What if instead of hiding our wounds, we turn them into wisdom? Do you know where the strongest trees grow? Not in easy soil, but in places where the wind howls, where storms are frequent, and where they're forced to dig deeper just to stand. Struggle teaches us what nothing else can. Resilience, patience, depth. My grandmother once told me, "Child, you don't build character in the sunshine, you build it in the storm." And she was right. Let me share with you 3 moments that shaped my soul. 1, the day I failed publicly. I stood on a stage to launch a new idea. I had poured my heart into it, but the room was silent. And then the critiques came, harsh, unfiltered. I walked off that stage humiliated. I cried that night, not because I failed, but because I had tied my worth to one moment. That night taught me, I am not my outcomes. I am my effort. I am my heart. 2, the night my father passed. He was my hero, a quiet man with a strong spirit. As I sat by his bedside, I realized all the things I thought were urgent, emails, deadlines, opinions, none of it mattered in that moment. What mattered was love, presence, gratitude. His final whisper to me was, live fully and forgive easily. 3, the stranger who changed my mind. One evening at a bus stop, I met a woman who had survived a war. Her family lost, her home gone, yet her eyes shone with hope. She said, life is short, but it's wide. That shook me. I realized, even in ashes we can plant seeds. Adversity will visit you. That's not a threat, it's a promise, but what it builds in you, that's your choice. You can become bitter, or you can become better. You can close your heart or open it wider. Most people spend their lives trying to avoid pain, but those who grow are the ones who learn from it. If you're going through something heavy, here's a practice that helped me, something I still do today. Sit quietly every morning, just 5 minutes. Close your eyes. Place your hand over your heart and say to yourself, I am still here. I am allowed to feel. I am not alone. I will rise again. This simple practice reconnects you with yourself without noise, without pretending, and sometimes that's all you need to keep going. To anyone watching this right now, maybe you feel stuck. Maybe you're tired of holding it all together. Maybe you wonder if it's ever going to get better. Let me tell you something from the depths of my soul. It will, not all at once, not always in the way you expect, but slowly, gently, piece by piece, the storm will pass. And when it does, you'll see. You are not who you were before the struggle. You are wiser, more compassionate, more real. This chapter is not your ending. It's your awakening. The man stops, kneels beside a small, blooming flower growing through a crack in the stone. See this? It grew through the impossible, and so will you. The wound is the place where the light enters you. Rumi.